In 1789, France was a nation on the verge of collapse. Years of financial mismanagement, costly wars, and an outdated social system had left the country deeply divided. The common people, burdened by heavy taxes and rising bread prices, struggled to survive, while the nobility and clergy enjoyed privileges and wealth. The monarchy, led by King Louis XIII, seemed disconnected from the suffering around it. Frustration and anger boiled over, setting the stage for one of history's most dramatic upheavals, the French Revolution. The crisis came to a head when King Louis called the Estates General to address the nation's financial troubles. The Third Estate, representing the commoners, soon broke away and declared itself the National Assembly, claiming to represent the true will of the people. This bold move sparked a wave of revolutionary fervor. On July 14, 1789, the Bastille prison, a symbol of royal oppression, was stormed by an angry crowd. This moment marked the beginning of a decade of radical change. The revolution's ideals were captured in the Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen, which proclaimed freedom, equality, and fraternity as fundamental human rights. But the path ahead was turbulent. The monarchy was abolished, and King Louis XVI and Queen Marie Antoinette were executed. France was plunged into the Reign of Terror, a time of political purges and mass executions led by the radical Jacobins. Thousands lost their lives as paranoia and suspicion tore the nation apart. Meanwhile, neighboring monarchies feared that the revolutionary ideas would spread and threaten their own rule. They formed coalitions to invade France and restore the old order. The country was at war on multiple fronts, and amid this chaos, a young and ambitious artillery officer named Napoleon Bonaparte emerged. Napoleon's military genius became evident in his swift victories and strategic brilliance. By 1799, he seized political power in a coup, ending the revolution's chaos and establishing himself as first consul. Over the next few years, Napoleon reformed French society, creating the Napoleonic Code, which laid the foundation for modern law, centralizing government administration, and promoting education and infrastructure development. But Napoleon's ambitions extended far beyond France's borders. His armies conquered vast territories, spreading revolutionary ideas and French influence across Europe. Victories at battles like Austerlitz, Jena, and Wagram made him one of history's most powerful rulers. At the height of his empire, French control stretched from the Iberian Peninsula to the gates of Russia. However, Napoleon's drive for domination eventually led to his downfall. The disastrous 1812 invasion of Russia devastated his Grande Armée. Harsh winters, scorched earth tactics by the Russians, and constant attacks decimated his forces. This catastrophic failure emboldened his enemies, leading to a coalition that pushed into France and forced his abdication in 1814. Exiled to Elba, Napoleon's story seemed over, but it wasn't. In 1815, he escaped, returned to France, and reclaimed power during the 100 Days. His comeback was short-lived, ending with his defeat at the Battle of Waterloo by British and Prussian forces. Napoleon was exiled again, this time to the remote island of St. Helena, where he died in 1821. The French Revolution and the Napoleonic Wars profoundly reshaped Europe. They dismantled feudal privileges, inspired democratic movements worldwide, and forced monarchies to reconsider their power. But they also showed the dangers of radical change, violence, and unchecked ambition. From the storming of the Bastille to the thunder of Napoleon's cannons, this era teaches us that the fight for freedom and equality is never simple. It is filled with sacrifice, conflict, and the hope for a better future.